What's up, y'all? It's Z. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm gonna be saying my thoughts on the May Culpa movie, the Tyler Perry movie with Kelly Rowland and Trevante Rhodes. Um, where do I even start? It first started out good. The story was interesting and everything. I was like, oh, who's this? Like, what's this? Blah blah blah. It was interesting. Um the art scene, if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. The art paint scene. My thoughts going through that was, as the scene was going on, I was thinking cause I was watching it. I was watching it with my mom, and I was just asking, like, my mom, like, can't you get a UTI? Like, and then my mom was like, I don't know. I never did that. I don't know, but um if you've seen it, the movie, you'll know when I say paint scene, art scene, that scene, you know what I'm talking about. Because, like, I'm just like, bro, like, what? Like, and I get it. It was definitely for the aesthetics, definitely for the movie. But in real life, I don't think nobody would ever do that in real life because I feel like, yeah, you could seriously probably get a UTI infection, something. But anyway, that scene was very interesting. Um, kind of looked away a bit because I was just like, okay, it's getting extra. Um, but as it went on, I will say just some of the things that was going on in the movie, it was like dumb stuff. Like Kelly Rowland's character, like she was like doing dumb stuff. Like for example, where do I even start? The fact that okay, she went on vacation, right? Bumps into the girl that was supposed to be dead but is alive. You know, doesn't catch her, whatever, blah blah blah. And then that's when you know, basically if she's the person that's not the person that was proclaimed to be dead is not dead, she could be used and could like she would change the whole case or whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying, the people that watched it. And so like when she like I think if I remember correctly, yeah, she called her brother-in-law and was like talking to him and was like talking about, oh, I found the person, blah 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 blah. You know, the brother-in-law was saying, oh, just come home. I'll get my people to take care of everything. Just take care of everything. Just go home. Mind you, before Kelly went on this trip, she met with the brother and his family over at the house, and they had got onto her and stuff like that, and like whatever, you know they was going off on her, for the reasons y'all know what I'm talking about, the people that watched it. So it's like, in my mind, I'm thinking, why would you decide that it's safe, it's okay to go back to that house? Like, they cannot be trusted. Like, no. And then, and it's like she did it so easily. I was like hoping she wouldn't go back so easily, and it's like I get it. Realistically, some people will be that naive and do what Kelly did, but I don't know. I feel like most people wouldn't, but I feel like it was just like, I don't know. The outcome that Tyler wanted in this movie, the only way it would have happened is if Kelly did stupid things. And so that's why the outcome happened, because she had to do that stupid thing. But anyway, and then when Kelly gets to the house, the guy's like, oh, the brother-in-law is like, gives her a drink. It's like, oh, drink your drink. He kept emphasizing on drink. First of all, you don't think this is suspicious? Like, why do you keep emphasizing on me drinking my drink? Why do you want to drink my drink so bad? You wasn't thinking this was suspicious, bro? And then that's when, like, I was also convinced that Kelly's best friend in the movie, like the sister-in-law, was in on the whole scheme or whatever. I was convinced she was in on it and stuff like that, and she kind of was, but she couldn't really give in because the brother-in-law was telling her to stab Kelly, and Kelly couldn't. And Kelly, I mean the sister-in-law the girl couldn't stab Kelly because that's genuinely her friend. Like, she couldn't. But it's like the fact that the brother-in-law felt like it was okay to tell that girl to stab Kelly, like, that means, like, at one point, that girl, you know, she was on the brother-in-law's side because, like, you're not gonna tell nobody to do something that you know they wouldn't do. So I feel like it probably would have been a possibility that she would have. I don't know. That was my thoughts. Like, I was just kind of. But anyway, and then when Kelly goes into like the kitchen or somewhere, cause she's talking on the phone or whatever, and like, you know, her mom-in-law comes in, you know, drops her phone or what drops Kelly's phone, and then perfectly lands her knee on Kelly's phone and like breaks her phone. Mind you, Kelly was on the phone. I kind of forgot, but Kelly was on the phone with somebody important telling her like just information and stuff like that. That reveals the truth about some things. And you know, also Kelly had also stumbled into this room with like paintings, and one of the paintings was, y'all already know, the painting of her sister-in-law, her best friend. So it's like, and you know, just the fact that the mother-in-law perfectly landed her knee on Kelly's phone to break the phone, like, be for real, bro, be for real. Like, it just and then like the way that Kelly reacted, Kelly wasn't even that frustrated. It was just like she didn't really give a reaction to it for real, for real. And then like the mother-in-law was like, "Oh, can you help me?" Blah blah blah. And she was like, "Okay, okay," but Kelly didn't even really react to her phone being cracked. Like, that seemed unrealistic. First of all, you're in the middle of nowhere at these people's houses, and your phone is cracked, and you discover some information about some of your family, and they're acting weird, and like, you know, they're acting weird, and like, you're not freaking out that your phone is cracked because something bad could go down right now. You're in the middle of nowhere, like. But anyway, that was my thoughts. And then like the whole scene, though, you know, the fighting scene or whatever, it turned into a Lifetime movie with the whole fighting scene. I was just like, oh my god. I honestly didn't expect it to turn into a whole fighting scene. I didn't expect it to end like that at all. But, you know, it happened. And then, you know, as Kelly, you know, is trying to leave or whatever, you know, she ends up running away from the house or whatever. Like, first she crashes, you know. You know that scene where she's running away from the house? Then she meets up with her husband. And, you know, the husband's in on the whole scheme of taking Kelly down too. And, you know, she gets in the car, and then like, you know, she's telling them all these things. And then the thing that with the writing, like, when, you know, because the husband is in on it, he's evil too, and so he on the phone with 911. He's like, and then 911 calls him back. It's like, oh, hello, 911, and it's not 911, it's the brother-in-law. It's his brother, which is Kelly's brother-in-law, telling him basically to bring Kelly back to the house. And so it's like, first of all, if I'm in the car, I would think to myself, bro, 911 doesn't call back, and you're saying hello 911. Like, first of all, in my mind, it would click, bro. Obviously, something's not right. But it didn't occur to Kelly. But Kelly was smart enough. Well, yeah, Kelly was smart enough to press the Bluetooth button so she can hear his conversation or whatever. And then one thing that Tyler Perry had Kelly's character do, which is really, as I was watching the movie, I was literally thinking in my mind, come on, Kelly, do it. Like, because I was thinking in my mind, bro, like, because, you know, he's driving back to the house. What else is she gonna do? Like, and then I was thinking, ooh, she should like crash into a car, because honestly, I would do that. And she did. She crashed into that semi truck, which was perfect. But that's one thing I will say I do like about the writing. Because yeah, that was like that. I feel like that part was good. That was a bit realistic, because, you know, if you're not in control of the car, he locked the doors or whatever, you don't have a weapon, you know, what else would you think of to do? Crash the car, make him turn the steering wheel and lose control. That's the only way. But anyway, and then another thing I noticed, Kelly was running away from the house, right? Because she crashed this car she could have escaped from. She was running away from the house. Then she met up with the husband in the car. Why did, as this whole scene was taking place with Kelly being in her husband's car as he was driving her back to the house and he was on the phone and everything, that whole scene with them driving back to the house, it took longer. That whole scene took longer than it took for Kelly to run to meet up with her husband's car. Mind you, in the movie, Kelly didn't have to run that long. She only ran a few steps and then met up with her husband's car. But it took longer for them to get back to the house. How is that when she even wasn't even that far from the house? Like, the writing, bro, the writing. And then there's another thing that people mention on Twitter that also didn't occur to my mind, but it does make sense. Kelly Rowland is a lawyer, y'all. The people that watch it know she's a lawyer. There was not one lawyer scene, and there was like one scene she was in the office, and that was like one time. There was another scene where like when she was at her job, but she wasn't in the actual office. But there was not one court scene. There was not one court scene at all. There was like a scene at the end of the movie, but like it was outside of the courthouse, like, but there was no scene at all. And when I was first watching this, you know, basically Kelly would have had to like represent, I believe, against her brother-in-law. And like I was looking forward to that. I was thinking, oh dang, because her husband was like, don't take the case, because basically, you know, his brother-in-law is on the case representing somebody else or whatever. And like I was just looking forward to that, and it was not in the movie. But overall, that's my thoughts. I mainly watched the movie because, of course, Kelly Rowland and Trevante Rhodes. But I do know that like with Todd Perry's writing, like some of the stuff, like in my opinion, in my personal opinion, like I feel like it would be cool if he had other people to give him ideas besides his own, you know? Like give him writing ideas and stuff like that. Because multiple minds working on a script is better than one, you know? And like sometimes it's cool to be one. Like he's made some good stuff in the past, but it's like the ending was all just like seemed a bit rushed and stuff like that, blah blah blah. But that's my thoughts on the movie. If I were to rate it, I would give it probably like a, I don't know, probably like a 5 out of 10. I'll probably go to 5 out of 10. Yeah, I would probably give it a 5 out of 10. The script definitely reminds me of stuff that I've seen before. So the script is nothing like unique. It's stuff that I've seen before. And like again, the ending reminded me of a Lifetime movie. So I'm sure there's a Lifetime movie that has that exact script. But anyway, y'all, that's basically my thoughts. Comment down below y'all thoughts. What do y'all think about the movie? What were your thoughts? What would you rate the movie? This is my honest, unedited opinion. And let me know, also comment below like what other stuff should I watch and give my thoughts on, my reviews on, or whatever. But anyway, if you're new here, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next video.